This is my persuasive speech about diabetes. By the time you finish watching your favorite TV show, somebody in the United States is being diagnosed with diabetes. Yeah, could be you. I've already been diagnosed, so I know it's not me. Odds are somebody you know, your family has already been diabetic, and you can kind of relate to them through this speech. I have diabetes type 2. I've been diagnosed with 4 years, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's terrible. It's life changing, it's mind numbing, and it's a pain in the neck. Um, No, literally, it's a pain in the neck. The high excess levels of sugar break down your organs and your muscles, and it hurts right here. So, what is diabetes? There's two types of diabetes. There's type 1 and type 2. I have type 2. Type 1 is where you're just constantly monitoring your blood sugar. There's nothing you can do but take medication after medication after medication to try and lower your blood levels, your blood sugar levels, excuse me. Type 2 is your better of the diabetes if you're going to have one of them. It can be controlled through diet, exercise, and portion control. Now, what you're eating. Um, Cut out the sugar and the carbs, and you leave yourself with the fruits and vegetables. You can kind of lower those sugar levels to tolerable amounts and get your A1C below 6. Um, According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 30% of the world's population, the world, has diabetes, either type 1 or type 2. 1 in every 20 Americans is diagnosed with diabetes after they turn 30. That's when we lose control. The kids, parents kind of monitor them and say, no, you can't have that. Eat vegetables, do this, do that. But man, after 30, it's no hold bar. I'm going to McDonald's every day. That sesame seed bun is poison. Leave that golden arches alone. Don't trust that clown, and leave that Burger King to itself. It's no good for you. I can't have it. I remember those days when I used to consume excess amounts of it, and the delicious Coke, the soda. Oh, I haven't had it in 4 years. Water is now my best friend. I'd like to introduce you to my friends, Mr. Horse Pill and Mrs. Needle. This hurts. Every night for the rest of my life, I got to inject this thing into the fat cells, into the Wendy's Baconator around my hips, and pump 40 milligrams of this, or 40 units, excuse me, into my bloodstream to tell my brain, to tell my pancreas, pump out some more insulin. Because that's what diabetes boils down to. We don't have enough insulin to carry the sugar molecule into the cell. That's how we get our energy. So, some diabetics feel lethargic. We have that frequency of urination, which the contractions is worse than childbirth. I think my wife, disputes the fact, but anyway. So, what are we going to do about it? Well, here's what I did. I juice. I take all the vegetables I can. I put them in a blender, put them in a cheesecloth, and then compress them. And that gives me my daily vegetable intake for the day. It also cuts out one of the meals. The average calorie intake you want to start if you're diagnosed with diabetes is less than 1900 calories per day. This allows you to snack throughout the day, healthy snacks, but also get you to watch your calories and those carbs, and helps you to trim the fat. According to the American Diabetes Association, 2011 had a breakthrough when we used stem cell research, which is still under scrutiny by society and the FDA, to kind of reboot the system. What it does is stem cells are injected into the body, and then it actually reboots the system and tells the pancreas and the brain, this is what you should be doing. This is how you did it when we were born. Let's go back to pumping out some insulin, how you should be doing it. Hasn't been approved. It's still under research, but I mean, it's groundbreaking. There's some hope. Americans by nature, we have a low discipline level due to the subliminal messages that are pumped into commercials. Buy me, buy one, get one free. Have it your way. Well, no, that's Subway. Subway's okay. But, the temptation's out there, and we have to fight every day to avoid those temptations, to keep that sugar level below 120, and keep that A1C below 6, above 6, and you're diabetic. My A1C level right now is about 7.5, which is okay. So what does this all boil down to? Well, I personally see this taking a toll in the way I do raise my kids and the way I live. I know I can't take my kids to McDonald's like they want to every day. I actually let my wife take him there maybe once every couple of months just to relieve some stress and beat up the clown. But without control of yourself, you leave yourself open to organ failure, um, your arms or your feet being amputated because of the numbness and the tingling and the low circulation of the blood. Um, it's time we wake up. It's time we address the situation and stop this epidemic. There's children out there right now that don't have the funds or the means or the health care to take care of themselves or the food to feed themselves, so they have no choice to consume all these carbs. We will never know when or where diabetes will hit. We'll never know who it will affect or who it will take. But the one thing we can do is take care of ourselves, and hopefully others will follow our example.